A magical day to you. It's me, Julie, with your spiritual lessons for today. So I've left the card of the week up, Divine Life Purpose, because I'm getting a lot of messages that are going to come through this video are connected to your life purpose. So don't go anywhere. We're about to get into it. Good morning. If you would like to get a pen and a piece of paper, now would be an excellent time for you to grab it, pause the video, and take notes. So let's get into it. Please write down what resonates. So the message I got today was to talk to you a little bit about me and how I manifest things in my life. So as a lot of you know, I'm headed to Sturgeon County in Edmonton this weekend for the group reading on Friday and the angel workshop on Saturday, as well as comedy at Yuck Yucks on the Saturday night. By the way, I performed at the Laugh Shop last night, and for those of you who were there, it was so great to see you. What an amazing turnout and energy. We had a completely full house. It was packed, and everybody there wanted to laugh. So that was super nice. And I had so much fun with some of the audience members, as you'll see on my Instagram page and YouTube videos, that I was playing with people's zodiac signs and making jokes about them. And we just had so much fun. So I really am enjoying this hobby and pastime of mine. But getting back to this weekend, so going and doing group readings is in alignment with my life purpose. And just because something's in alignment with your life purpose doesn't mean that all of you is going to like all of the things and be on board. For example, I'm a little bit worried about driving on Deerfoot Trail, the number 2 highway, because those of you who live in Alberta, you know it's crazy, especially in Calgary, because the energy in Calgary can be a little bit more aggressive, especially on the roads. Excuse me. But and I was more worried about the roads because of the rain, because there's been so much rain in Calgary. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to pray about it. So I prayed to God and the angels. I said, thank you that you're making my trip easy and safe. And I start to visualize myself getting there safely and easily. And this is something that you can do too. And my angels wanted me to talk to you about it today because they said a lot of you are procrastinating. You're not taking action towards aligning with your life purpose because there are little things like driving or business cards or other like mundane things that you're taking issue with and you're not moving through or past them. And so I want to let you know that I have issues all the time. We all struggle with anxiety. All the time I'm like, oh, how am I going to make this work? Or how's that going to be? Or what's this accommodation going to be like? But I work through them because if I don't, I'm never going to do anything or go anywhere. Oh, there's Sharona. Hello. Oh my God. So good to see you. Hello, all the way in South Africa. So yeah, I want to inspire you today. And I want to give you a list of things that you can do today to help stop you from procrastinating your life purpose. And the first one is prayer, right? When you have identified the things that you're anxious about or the things that are bothering you about stepping into your life purpose or any goal, what I want you to do is stop and pray and say, God, angels, Jesus, whoever you want to talk to, maybe it's your grandmother, maybe it's your best friend who died. Please help me to work through this. Please help to create a clean path. I always find, or I should say often find, most of the time I find that things I'm worried about always turn out well, and that I have worried for nothing, and that I have made things worse in my mind. And so I want to inspire you today because, you know, I do a lot of things. I have a lot of things going on, but I don't want you to think I don't struggle as well, because I do. I just have the tools and I use them differently. So prayer absolutely is the best, the quickest, and the fastest, and the most powerful strategy that you can use to overcome internal obstacles. The second tool that I mentioned is visualization. I spend 10 minutes each day visualizing things going well, right? Because I could use that time to worry. I could be like, oh, I don't know if I have the right attitude for this, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, or that is taking my mental energy, that's taking my emotional energy, and I'm using it to worry. So I don't want to do that. And I know that. So I go, okay, I'm starting to worry. I need to immediately go into visualization, and I'll visualize myself doing the exact thing that I'm scared to do, and I'll visualize myself doing it well, and that the people around me are benefiting. And I'm like, and I'll ask my angels, like, please let the people that are hearing this message right now benefit in some way. Please help them to be inspired. Please help use my voice to inspire others. And so I've really shifted my attention off of me, off of my worries, and I put it completely on service. And when you do that, you're going to have a very positive outcome. And your energy is going to align with the vision that you have for yourself. A lot of people, it takes them a lot of time and energy just to get to the part where they goal set, but they forget about getting their energy right. And then they don't succeed, and then they wonder why. You have to get your energy right in order to have a good outcome. So you have to set your energy. You have to prime your energy. So getting in a state of gratitude, getting into your heart chakra, focusing on love. I'll never forget when I first came out of the spiritual closet. I had nothing. I was no one. Nobody knew who I was except for my mentor, who supported and discovered me and my gifts and supported me to come out of the spiritual closet and told me about like what I would be doing. And thank you, Sharona. You're always so supportive. And I was just loving like my workshop. I mean, not my workshop. I was teaching workshops the first year. But my website was just like hearts, and because all I cared about was love, and I wanted to get other people into a loving place. And I wanted to share the love that I received in my first angel reading. Because at 26, I had never had an angel reading before. I didn't even know what it was. I had heard of psychic readings, but the angel reading gave me such a feeling of love. So I thought, how can I give that? And I was busy right away. Like nobody knew me, but I was successful because I did one thing right. I had a loving intention, and I wanted everyone to feel it, and everyone felt that intention. So I think you need to check yourself today and ask yourself some really vital questions. Am I loving? Is my intention loving behind what I want to do? Is it to serve other people? Am I visualizing myself doing it well in a way that is going to benefit everyone's highest needs and their goals? Have I prayed about it? Have I asked for help? You know, I have a funny story right now that I'll just have to kind of cherry pick the details to maintain someone's privacy. But I was teaching a class this week, and somebody, there was two people that were on the verge of failing, but they were doing all the skills in the class right. But they were having trouble with a certain aspect of the course and the test portion. And they passed and everything, but they were struggling. One person was struggling more than the other because one person was not really willing to ask for help. And sometimes we can make ourselves our own higher power. And this is where we mess ourselves up. And my angel said, this person is really struggling because this person isn't willing to ask you for help. And I had offered help because I could sense that person needed help. And they said, no, I want to figure this scale out on my own. I said, okay. And then they were still they struggled even more because they were so determined to not ask for help. That's why I say prayer so super important, because it's going to plug you into that help and that support that you need. So stay in a place of love, call on your angels, pray to your higher power, visualize success. And I hope that these messages help you a great deal. And look at this, Adil, all the way from Morocco. Hi. So I will see some of you this weekend. Friday night's group reading is completely sold out. I am so excited. This is the first time ever that we've been sold out. We've had really big numbers in the past. Hi, Trishna. And we always have really good energy because the Wyatt Weep Center for Healing has a really nice vibe. It's a healing vibe. And there's a lot of spiritual energy there that holds the space and provides healing. So I'm really looking forward to just meeting everybody and getting there. And I'm visualizing myself getting there safely. And, that my back, I'll be able to stretch it after sitting for 4 hours, and I'll loosen it up, and I'll have a little bit of me time before I get in, and all these things. And I'm glad. And then Saturday, I'm so excited to wake up, take a dip in the pool, do some private readings, which are almost filled up. We just filled the 11 o'clock spot, but there's still 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. that are open. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can book it at juliespiritualhealer.com. And then in the afternoon, I'm teaching angels and intuition in public. It's a 3-hour workshop. I'll teach you how to work with your intuition, work with your angels, to read, and also like to read yourself, to read your own messages, but then also to read others. So we're going to practice card reading for yourself and other people. So there's still spots in that workshop, a couple left if you want to register. You need to go to the Wyatt Weeb website. But if you need it, just send me a message and I'll be happy to pass it over. And then Saturday night, I'll be performing comedy and like live audience readings at Yuck Yucks. And sometimes I do astrology readings. Sometimes I do angel readings. It just really depends. But it's going to be a big weekend for me, and I'm taking today to rest and get ready. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym, shower, pack my bags, and get in the car. So I'm really excited about this weekend. I love you guys. I trust that this video is going to help support you to get the messages you need to inspire you to start to take some steps towards your divine life purpose, and to identify those internal blockages that you might have. And now you have the tools to address them. So I wish you a wonderful day. Love and light. God bless you. Have a great day. Take care. And good to see all of you in the comments. Feel free to comment more, and I'll comment when I can and reply when I can, is what I meant to say. Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.